What's up, guys? It's me, Jimmy again. So, if you wanna become a web developer or a web designer, you should probably watch this video. So, web designer is the guy who make website in Photoshop or in Fireworks. Basically, he's the guy who design website and then convert into the HTML. At this point, there's not much demand for web designer, but there's demand for UI or UX designer. Basically, that means UI UX is a interface, basically it's a usability standard which in demand. Basically UI or UX designer are in demand. If you think you are just a graphic designer, you will come into designing website. No, you have to learn a lot of things which are called web accessibility and etc. But this video is focused for the web developer. So how to become a web developer? You need to learn HTML, CSS. I don't care, even you don't care, but you should have some solid understanding of HTML and CSS. Let me show you. Even I'm a pro web developer, still I use this pocket guide of CSS. Always I keep with me. Always. Whenever I'm coding, nobody can remember all the programming code or all the tags, all the syntax, blah blah blah. Sometimes you really need to check it up and then just try to find are you coding the right or not. I always use the pocket guide with me. Basically, this is one of the basically I bought it in a box. It gave me three pocket guide: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So you really need to know HTML and CSS. You can just Google it. You can go to the Code Academy, or I in the beginning I had learned HTML CSS from the W3 website, W3 school. You can just Google it, W3 school. I have learned it, practices, and then I bought a book called HTML and CSS for Dummies. I have read that book and then I have joined lynda.com for 8 months. To be honest with you, if you are really thinking to come into IT or web development, because lynda.com is more focused on web development or on a soft skill, you should definitely check out lynda.com. Lynda.com have a lot of programming courses out there. Basically, lynda.com are not paying me, they are not my sponsor, they are nothing. To be honest with you, I'm just recommending them. Just buy any kind of pocket guide, a full feature book of HTML, CSS, or you can Google, you can Google the free tutorial in text, or you can YouTube the video tutorial. Even I'm building the HTML and CSS training serial. So my episode 1 is already uploaded. You can definitely, you should check out my HTML introduction. Basically, HTML is a markup language plus is a programming language. I'm not going into a debate whether it's only a markup language or only is a programming language. So back to our topic. To become a web developer, you need to know HTML, CSS solidly. You can learn HTML within 1 week. You can learn CSS, solid CSS understanding within 2 weeks. So basically, just put aside 3 weeks or a month properly use them. In 1 month, you will be advanced professional HTML and CSS coder. You will code really high-end syntax, and then you need to learn JavaScript. To be honest with you, you only need to learn basic JavaScript and then have some basic understanding. I only learned basic JavaScript. Why? Because I never use JavaScript. I only use Java framework, which is called jQuery. Yes, learn JavaScript, buy a JavaScript book, learn it, understand it, and move to the framework. Most of these are debates going on. Should you use the JavaScript or jQuery? What is jQuery? Basically, jQuery is a framework or JavaScript, but in jQuery you have to write less code. In JavaScript you have to write 5 or 6 code. In jQuery the function or the thing is you are going to use is already built. You don't have to code from the scratch. Learn JavaScript, understand the concept of JavaScript programming, and then just move into the framework. jQuery is one of the world best frameworks. Learn HTML, CSS within 3 weeks, or just call it 1 week, and then learn JavaScript within 2 weeks, because the concept will take you some time. It will be a little bit harder in the beginning. Just try to grind it. If you can overcome it, it will be great, and then you will become a very successful web developer. If you can't, find another job. Learn JavaScript for 2 weeks and then learn jQuery for 4 weeks. Yes, 4 weeks. Properly, you say I will say just put aside 2 months. Okay, when you will be master in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you know basic understanding, and jQuery. Again, you should be really advanced in jQuery within 1 month, and then move onto a programming language like a server side language. JavaScript is a client side language. Whenever you load your website, it load on the web browser. The server side language is a PHP. Whenever you load a Facebook, it load the data from the Facebook server. PHP. There's two major server side client server no the client server side. The server side language is PHP and Ruby on Rails. To be honest with you, most of you guys want to earn money because Ruby on Rails pay high money, but there's only 1% job for Ruby on Rails compared to 99% jobs on Java on PHP. PHP have a lot of job which is uncountable. If you really wanna earn some good money, only just go with the PHP. Never go with the Ruby on Rails, because I'm saying in the beginning I was learning Ruby on Rails when I found out there's much job, but the competition is very high to basically you just in Hong Kong we have only 7 or 8 vacancy at this moment on the online job website, recruitment website for Ruby on Rails. If I just type PHP, I have over 2,000 vacancy for PHP compared to 7. So are you going to learn the language which has on 7 vacancy, or are you going to learn the language which has 2,000 jobs? Do not try to learn Ruby on Rails. Just try to learn PHP. I'm giving you, this is my recommendation, this is my advice. Just learn PHP. PHP, Facebook is built on PHP. Just learn PHP. So to become a web developer, you should know HTML, CSS. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you should know, and then learn 1 to 2 weeks JavaScript. 1 week will be understanding the concept of JavaScript. Another week will be coding it, and then 1 month, I mean 4 to 5 weeks, learn full jQuery, because jQuery will make that things animation. It's not Flash, it's a jQuery. And then one month, within 2 weeks, you should be building something in PHP. After that 2 weeks, you should have some kind of prototype. It will just take you 1 month to learn PHP. So summarize, you need 3 months to become a web developer. 3 months. First month just put aside for HTML, CSS. Second month just put aside for jQuery and JavaScript. Basically, it will take you 6 months, I will say. Basically 3 to 4 months. The last month only 1 month for PHP. It will take you 4 to 6 months to become a really pro web developer. So always buy this book. Never try to spend the money. If you don't spend your money, if you don't spend the money on your education, then why the hell you are expecting to earn more money? Basically, it's called investing. If I invest the money on books, if I invest the money on lynda.com per month, I pay for the tutorial. It is an investment on myself. I'm investing the money in my education so I can improve my skill, move forward, and then earn more money. So subscribe to my channel. If you hate me, just hate me. If you like me, just like me. Bye, Anara.